How's it going, guys? It's Cranky Yankee again here with... It's been a while, but as you can see, just this a little bit, so you can actually see the other team, all the teams here. Oh goodness, I need to move the camera. Let's try this. There. Alright. My face kind of get cut off, whatever. We can see the board. I got a new whiteboard. See, it's nice and big. It's beautiful. I got some more markers. Now I can do this whole thing. I know I write really big. That's why I got another one, because this cost me $20, and this is... I have the other one over here. I'll show you for comparison. That's the old whiteboard. It's got some notes on it, because it also it's gross and dirty. That I may still use in another video. I have one that I was going to do. I had all the information written down that, and I didn't. Here's just a hint. I'm going to be doing a video about Scott Darling. He's not exactly a great player, but because I covered this, I might actually do that after I make this video. Now I'm thinking about it. I might do it. But I'm going to do a video about him because he's got an interesting story, like off the ice. But it plays into this. So I'll leave that for the next video, but that's it. So I got a new whiteboard. Here are the standings as of today, the 8th. I missed a few games. Well, not missed a few games. I was following them. I just didn't make videos about them. I apologize for that for anybody who's watching these, or anybody who watches these in the future. Apologize for that. Like I said, I've been doing some changes. I wanted to wait till at least got this before I made another video, just because it really wasn't working with that small one. It was too small, and I write big, and I felt like you couldn't see it that well. And this way I can set my camera up here, as you guys can see, and I can talk about this. You can see me, and it's not just me wiggling the camera. This is much, I actually like this setup better. So, doesn't really look like a whole lot's changed, to be honest. I don't exactly remember what the standings were in the last video, but the top three... No, actually, take it back. Macon's dropped a lot. Now I'm looking at it. Macon's dropped down to 5th. I believe they were 1st or 2nd in the last video. So Macon's dropped down quite a bit. They're in 5th now. Pensacola's still in 3rd. I mean, this is the team that I care the most about. So Pensacola's kind of... They're not the best, but they're still top 3. They've been top 3 all year. I foresee that to happen throughout the course of the season. Pensacola's a good team. We've got three President's Cups in, I think, the last 5 years. I think they won last year. No, they won not last year, the year before. I know that I've been here 2 years. They've won 1 cup in between them. Or no, I think they won last year. Year before that was first year I saw them play. They failed that game. The game that I saw that year, they got beat, and I don't remember who they played. I actually want to say they played Macon. I think they did. I feel like most of the time when I go and see them play, it's been Macon. But they lost 5-1. 5 goals against. It was bad. And that was with their old players, Andrew Pollock. I don't know if anybody who follow him will know that they retired his jersey this year. I saw him play. He's a hell of a damn good player. Andrew Pollock was a phenomenal hockey player for his league. I mean, yeah, he's not an NHLer, but I could see that this guy had a lot of talent. And he probably, I don't know, I feel like most of these guys, what it is, you know, they're either too small for the NHL, they just don't quite have the skills, but they're still damn good hockey players in their own right. They're far better than me. I mean, I never really played hockey other than in school. I'm also 5'4", so I'm definitely not built like a hockey player. I mean, I could have been. I think Nathan Gerby was an inch or two taller than me, so he was a tiny guy, but he was fast as shit. But anyways, so, like I said, not a whole lot of changes in the standings, other than Macon fell down quite a bit. Birmingham, 1-8-1. 3 points. I mean, these are expansions, their first year, but I mean, Las Vegas' first year is playing this year in the NHL, and they're, I think, still in a playoff spot. And this is your first year in the league. So these guys not doing well. But, you know, they're expansion team. One thing, too, I need to figure out the bottom of this. But look at this. Fayetteville's played 16 games. Birmingham's played 10. Everybody else has played, like, 13 or 14 games. Huntsville played 12. But everybody's about 13 or 14 games. Fayetteville's got 2 games more than any other team. Birmingham's got, like, at least 2. Generally more like 4. So yeah, they may be the bottom league, but guess what? Right now they got 4 games in hand above everybody else. So I don't think they'll make. I don't think they'll have a comeback. I think you're gonna. I think this is gonna be the trend for the whole year. I think you're gonna find that Birmingham's gonna pretty much be in this area for the whole year. Maybe you gotta remember too. These are the only 2 teams not making the playoffs right now. They ended right now. It's just Roanoke and Birmingham. Those are the only 2 places that wouldn't make the playoffs. Everybody else does, but that's because there's 10 teams. It's not a big league. I'm actually surprised out of 10 teams they take the top 8. I would have thought it'd be like the top 6. Figure have a 3-round playoff and have it be the top 6, not the top 8. But we'll see. But apparently, so even Fayetteville with 11 points. I mean, they're not bad. 4-9-3. They got a lot of overtime losses, or a lot of regulation losses. But I mean, they still got three overtime losses. So I mean, they still got 3 games went to overtime. They also have they're tied with Huntsville for the most overtime points in the league as well. Interesting thing, Mississippi and Pensacola are the only 2 teams on the board who have not lost in overtime. So every game they've played this year that's went overtime, they've won. I mean, anybody can look at that. But so look at Mississippi, 10-3-0. Another little spoiler for the next video. Scott Darling used to play for this team. I just deleted some of my 4 there, but erased some of it. But Mississippi's a good team. I'd like to see them play. I hope. I'm planning on going to a game next week. I have to work this weekend. I have to work tomorrow and Sunday and Monday, but I have Friday off this week. Thursday and Friday. I have Thursday and Friday off this week. But the 15th, this Friday, I'm going to be going to a game. One of Gideon's nurses also informed me tonight that she may be able to get me some tickets at discount or free, which would be sweet. And I told her, hey, if you have tickets, I will take them. But anyways, so but either way, I'm going to a game next Friday. I think today's Friday. Yes, today's Friday. So a week from today. So next weekend I'll be going on a game. I'm going to do some footage of that. I got to do a little bit. I'm going to take a little blurb. I'm going to send it post to post because they've been doing that. So hopefully I'll get on one of their videos. But I'm also going to take some footage for myself for this channel. I'm going to try to at least get a video of a goal in at some point. I'm going to bring it, so hopefully I'm going to see if I can bring one of my Mommers or whatever battery pack, but yeah. So that'll be next week, so we'll get some more on that. So standings as it is right now, Mississippi. I'm just going to finish this up. This was just kind of a quick little re-intro video because, like I said, I got some new stuff. There's going to be a lot more new stuff on this channel too. Like this right here, this camera, my phone, it's going to be used a lot less very soon. Christmas is coming, and I have a lot of things that I'm getting for myself for Christmas. But I'm investing. I'm investing my money that I've saved into this. So, to finalize or to finish this up, we have Mississippi in first place with they're 10-3-0. They got 20 points. They're number 1 in the league right now. They've been top 3 the whole year. They've been up there with for basically up until now, it's been Macon, Mississippi, and Pensacola have been the top 3 for the first 20 games or so. Because, well, okay, we'll say 15. It's a good even number, but that's 15 games. For 15 games in the season. So and the cool thing about it is that we're about 20% through the season right now, about 30% through the season right now. 30% of the season's already been played, and even though it's only I think it's a 56 game, even though it's only a 56 game season, it still works up with the NHL quite a bit because that's about how far along we are in the NHL right now too. So about 30% of the season. So we've got a quarter of the season's already gone. So we're doing good. Pensacola again in third place. They've kind of been there for the last couple weeks now. They've been in third place. I would not be surprised to see them move up. It's very possible. I hope they do, but I'd be happy with them staying third the whole year. I mean, they're in a playoff spot. I will guarantee you right now, Pensacola will make the playoffs this year. They will make the playoffs. They've been a playoff team for I think the last 5 or 6 years. I think at least the last 5 years in a row they've made the playoffs. I know that because they've won cups out of the last 3 of those 5. and I believe the other 2 years they didn't win it. They still, as they still went in the playoffs. So they're a playoff team. Always have, they've always been a solid team. They're gonna be. Huntsville, 8-3-1 and 17 points. They've also they've been in the middle of the pack. Like I said, Macon. This is the one that, like I said, I just noticed this while I was recording this. As you can tell, you saw me. They've fallen quite a bit, because I believe in my last video they were number 1. So they've dropped 4 spots to 5th. I mean, they're still in a playoff spot, but they've dropped a lot. I think it's probably because I think they got some regulation losses, because I think their regulation losses were I think they had only lost 1 or 2 in regulation. So yeah, but Evansville 7-5-2 with 16 points. Knoxville's got 7-5-1 with 15 points. So Knoxville and Evansville pretty much the same. Fayetteville's 4-9-3 with 11 points. Side note, Houseworth plays for Fayetteville. Top scorer by a lot. I think by 6 or 7 points, he's the top scorer in the league. Because he was the one I did in the last video who had 23 points in the last video. And when everybody else was averaging, I think Pensacola had 2 guys on there, and they had I think one had 13 and one had 15 games in 11 or 12 games. He had 23 points in 13 games. And I think he's a big reason why Fayetteville is in a playoff spot and probably going to stick to being one. If he continues to play the way he's been playing, they're going to stay in the conversation. Barely, but they will. But that also shows me that I think he's probably the only good player they have on that whole team. Chances are. Especially with this, but unless he's got some damn good guys next to him playing on his line, which could be 2. Or they're just basically doing what Washington does, and they're give him the puck. Just, if you get the puck, pass it to him. And when you get the puck, you shoot. It's literally pass to Houseworth shoots. They just pepper the goalie. He just peppers the goalie the whole freaking night and just shoots, and hopefully it goes in. I don't know. I haven't seen him play it, but I'll let you guys know. I'm not sure who they're playing next week. I will let you guys know about that, because there's going to be games between now and then. But I'll figure that out, and I'll let you guys know who I'm going to see. I'm going to be taking notes, different players. One thing I do want to mention in this too, because we got Roanoke and Birmingham the last 2. I mean, not much to say. Birmingham, there's nothing to say. It's the same. It's more of the same. I think they finally won a game, and they got one that they at least brought to overtime. But yeah, 8 losses in 10 games. They got a chance to turn around. I hope they do. But that's the board as it stands right now. Side note, I forget who he plays for. I was watching some highlights, and unfortunately not all of them had lists of scores and team names, so I wasn't always able to tell just by the jerseys. I think he plays for Huntsville, or played for Huntsville. Tedesco. I think his name's Daniel Tedesco. I talked about him in the last one. He's one of the rookies. He had 3 points. He had a hat. I think he had a hat trick last week, or the week, or I think he had a hat trick last week in one of the games. He got called up to the ECHL, and that's one thing I had. There was a comment somebody had said in one of the videos I had commented on before I started this, that made me want to start doing this, and the person had said, "Oh yeah, I was like, how's Pensacola doing?" I said, and they're like, "Oh, we're doing well, but call-ups are killing us," and I didn't know what he meant. So apparently, a lot of these players in this league, when they play really, really well, will get contracts from ECHL teams. They'll get offers. Now, here's how I figured it. And I got to do this real quick because I'm already at 14 minutes. Here's the NHL, right? Top here. AHL, right below them. ECHL is right below the AHL, and the SPHL is right below the ECHL. So we're this league's 3 steps down from the NHL. But the crazy thing about it is I was looking at rosters for a lot of these ECHL teams. There's a lot of former NHLers and potential NHLers that play in this league. So that's why you're going to see a lot of players that have 15 games played. But that's it for now. I'm almost done. It's the Cranky Yankee. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.